Hello again. Here I am with my second video. You won't be seeing these in the same day, but as I explained in my last video, I'm filming them both at the same time because of the way my face is, and it just compresses everything super easy. By the time you see this video, it's probably going to be all cleared up. That's the fun thing about time travel. So, our last one was a rye, and this time we're doing a beer. This is an Imperial Stout from Ellicottville Brewing Company. Ellicottville. I keep thinking it's Elliottville. I'm looking at it right here, and I don't know. Not fitting in the brain right, I guess. Ellicottville Brewing Company. Chocolate Cherry Bomb. I hope YouTube doesn't take this down because it has the word bomb in the title. I don't know. I didn't think about that until I was typing it up, and then I was like, we'll see. It is an Imperial Stout with chocolate, malt, and Oregon sweet cherries, and it's 8.2% alcohol per volume, so hefty for a beer. Ellicottville is in New York, in Little Valley, New York. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump the top on that. If I can maneuver this right here. Set the cap aside. When you know me, I do a lot of reviews of chocolate beers because it's kind of a favorite in the household. Some of them have been really good, some of them have been really bad. We'll see how this one turns out. So I'm going to pour it real nice into the glass. That's not the best pour it could have had, but not bad either. And there's a decent amount of foam. Since it's a stout, you got to let it sit for a minute. Let it kind of settle. It looks real carbonated. So we'll see how this treats me afterwards. But it looks good. It's a nice label. Caught my attention today. I was actually looking. I had tried the Chimay Trappist monk beer a ways back, one of the three kinds they put out. And my local store has more than just the one I got. And I was going to head for that, but then I was passing by just like kind of browsing at what they had ahead of time. I saw this and I was like, I always do a lot of chocolate things, so I might as well add this to the list. Once again, I know I'm talking a little bit funny. Watch the last video to find out why. I'm not going to explain it again. All right, that looks like it's settled. The foam has died down a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and give that a taste and see how it goes. I'm going to do a little clink off the camera there, and then let's see. Real deep chocolate flavor immediately. Real immediate chocolate flavor. I'm getting a little bit of the cherry. I'm not getting as much of the cherry as I thought it would, but it's still really good. The chocolate on its own is excellent. I'm going to go ahead and take another sip and see how it goes. Yeah, it's got a really nice chocolate flavor. I think the cherry is in there. There was a little bit of my tongue kind of having to wince from the bad tooth there, scraping against there. But I think the cherry taste is just blended in really deeply. It's in there. I'm getting a little bit of chocolate covered cherry as the overall effect, but I'm definitely tasting far more chocolate than I am of the cherry. But it's not bad at all. This is probably up there in one of the better ones I've had over the past few years. Because some of the ones have not been great and some of the ones have been outstanding. This one's definitely in the upper tier. It's definitely, at least you can taste the chocolate. It doesn't taste too much like a beer, but it does have a nice, good stout essence to it. It definitely tastes like a stout at the same time, like not necessarily like a Guinness per se, but pretty good. I like that chocolate flavor. It's nice and deep without attacking you with it.
And it smells like chocolate.
Hmm. It does kind of smell like chocolate. Chocolate as well. Pardon me. It's that carbonation getting to you right off the bat. Mm. I am getting a bit more sweetness as I drink it from, I think, the cherry effect. And while it doesn't necessarily give me a cherry flavor, it does give me a nice little fresh taste, a more fruit taste in comparison to the chocolate. I'm getting a little bit more of an impression of some fruit in there. So not bad. I mean, I could have done with a bit more of the cherry flavor, but I think it works. It doesn't overwhelm me. It doesn't push and pull. It doesn't fight against itself, which sometimes these multi-flavor things do. If you folks remember, I got it was like the chocolate, vanilla, peanut butter, coffee, something or other. I don't remember which brand it was. Not too long ago, as far as these videos go, anyway. Um, and all those flavors together, they didn't mix well enough. Like it was decent, but none of those flavors were able to stand out on their own, and they kind of drug the whole thing down a little bit. Like it didn't have anything you could really latch onto and be like, oh yeah, I can definitely taste this and this and this. I wasn't as impressed by it. Whereas this, you definitely get a lot of the chocolate, and it's really good. And you do, I the more I think about it, the more that cherry is in there, but it's less that you taste the cherry and more that you get that sensation that you know it's there. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense, but it does to me. Sometimes it's not necessarily about what your taste buds are directly tasting, but about the sensation it's giving your brain. And I can tell that the cherry is in there and it's doing well. I could have done with a little bit more direct flavor to my palate, but I'm not going to knock it for that. I think it's pretty good.
It's very good.
This is probably in my top 10 as far as these kinds of beers go, which is pretty good because I've tried a lot of chocolate beers. We've tried the Yingling, the Sweet Baby Java, and the Sweet Baby Jesus, and which have been the best so far. And then a couple other ones that we've had, like the Monocle we've had, which was pretty good. It wasn't, it wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't bad at all. And then the What's His Nuts, I think that was the one that was that big combination. Maybe it was.
Weird.
It was a weird name, but it had like 5 flavors in it, and all of them just didn't work well with each other. But yeah, this is easily in my top 10. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and then hopefully by the next video you guys see from me, this will be all cleared up, and I'll be able to talk normally, and I'll feel a lot better. So until next time, of course, as I always say, cheers.